Need some fast, cheap, reliable MUT coins? Go to MMOXP.com and use discount code MONEYSHOT for 5% off your order. Link in the description below. Welcome back, YouTubers and Madden fans. This is Mad Money Shot, sniffing at the Madden cheese as always. Got one more day of Saints. I'm trying to, I don't want to put too much time into the Saints. The last couple of days videos have all been Saints plays. I have so many great plays from this. This is definitely one of the best playbooks in the game. It's one of my favorite playbooks in the game. I've been using it going back a couple of years. It's definitely one of the best passing playbooks. So it's easy for me to make stuff out of this. But I don't want, like I said, I don't want to stay in this playbook too long for people that don't use it. So if you want to see more Saints, I can put out a part 2 from the series that I'm going to do today, tomorrow. I'm going to do a couple of pass plays in this video, and then tomorrow I can do some of these run plays and some more pass plays. If you want to see that, I'll do one more day of that. So let me know in the comment section, hit the like button. If you do use the Saints playbook, I always like I said, I have a playlist for the Saints. If you want to check that out as well, you can get more plays. You can get all the plays that I put out from the Saints in that playlist. Every team playbook I have a playlist, so you can always check that out. Other than that, like I said, let's go ahead and let's get right into the Pistol Bunch TE. This is probably more well known for its run plays. As far as the halfback zone and the strong power, those plays have been, have varying levels of success over the years. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna turn this into a passing, explosive passing playbook with my first play, the fake screen. So let's go ahead and let's pick that. Before I start the video, I just want to let you guys know, if you go to MMOXP.com right now, you can get your MUT coins ordered and delivered within the next 10 minutes. And they also offer the cheapest coins on the market. So check that out. Link in the description below. Other than that, let's get into the video. So this first play is really going to be all about Ted Ginn's route. Typically, to get the route that Ted Ginn has here, you typically have to make some sort of user adjustment. You typically have to either motion out the running back to the slot, or you have to do something where you get that type of wheel route at the line, and that can be really glitchy, especially against man coverages. It's going to totally destroy any man coverage it sees. It's gonna beat a lot of zone coverages, with the exception of cover 3. But my cover 3 beater that I'm going to show you is going to be even better. So ultimately you just have to read the defense if it comes to cover 3. But my adjustments that I'm going to make is I'm going to streak the B route, because I want to pull back any safeties to kind of create a throwing lane for the Y route, and then I'm going to drag A, who's going to either pull down a cover 2 if Ted Ginn gets outside of the cover 2, or he's going to be the check down. So this is pretty much how I would design this route, and I'm pretty much just looking at Ginn and A. If the B route doesn't get checked off the line, a lot of times he'll be there, like right there. That would be more of a cover 3 read, because it's right at the cover 3 seam. So I mean, I have a couple different options as far as as far as the play goes, but ultimately I'm trying to work Ginn. That's going to be the point of this route. So here we got our first man coverage. Like I said, just waiting for him to turn up field. It looked like it was a cover 2 man, so it just that's probably the hardest man coverage to penetrate, but it still did the job. So without a doubt, this play, I don't care what coverage, man coverage it is, which is probably the most popular defense online right now. I know that's all I really use is man coverage. You're going to see how much of an effect it has. And then like I said right there, I'm not sure what that was, but a lot of times in zones he'll get open underneath it. So that route is really hard for pretty much every defense to cover. Like I said, the only defense that I've noticed in using this that give it problems is cover 3, but that's actually going to be a benefit in the next couple plays that I show you. So I'm not even mad about that. So here we go once again, outside the coverage. Like I said, that's really the aim against zone coverages, is getting outside of it. And then, like I said, this route will be pretty much the entire game. So here we go once again. This looks like I'm going to guess it's going to be a cover 3. Turned out to be a cover 2. Like I said, I'm not completely paying attention to the tight end. The tight end's still a good route. I mean, the reason I have them both going up the seams like that is because they're going to have to choose one, either B or A, or A or B route. Typically, the safety's going to have to choose one of the two, and then the other one's typically going to be open. So here, this looks like that cover 3 look that I was talking about. I'm just going to show you how it gets covered, because that was the cover 3. It's pretty much the only defense that will routinely stop this play. And that's, like I said, I'll show you a really good adjustment on the next play that will make cover 3 look even worse, which is ultimately the goal. So here it looks like, I don't know what that was. He dropped down. Like I said, that's pretty much my first reads of streaks. If they're open off the line, I'm going to take them. I mean, these streaks are pretty much where my eyes are to start. If they don't get jammed off the line, or they don't get disrupted, or the user doesn't drop on them, I'm going streaks. If they do, typically the Y route is going to be open. Like right there, I made a pretty late determination, but it doesn't even matter. Like I should have probably threw it a little bit earlier, but I got 15 easy. So I'm pretty much splitting the field in half. You know, like right here, like I can tell that Cook probably has a better opportunity to get off the line. Based on, I mean, it looks like a man coverage, first of all, but Cook has a better opportunity of getting off the line because there's nobody in front of him. So I would look at him first. But if it's a man coverage, obviously I'm going right to Ginn. So this is a real easy read. Like I said, it is a man coverage. And we're just going to wait till he turns upfield. Like I said, any man coverage is going to get smoked by this. I don't really have, like, this isn't even a hugely fast receiver, but he's still getting out off the play really easily. So, you know, you're just looking, is there a guy in front of my streaks? You know what I mean? That's pretty much how I start it. And then if there isn't, like I said, right there. For whatever reason, a lot of cover threes really drop down like that. I don't know why, but you can see how it just basically gives me that seam, gives me that alley. And people will typically cover, you know, the tight end side. You know what I mean? That's typically, like, they'll either use the slot or the tight end. You just kind of have to go opposite of what the user's doing if you're going to try to hit those streaks. So here we go once again. Got that man coverage. We're just bombing it up. And we're not getting touchdowns, but we're getting huge plays. I mean, you could obviously be scoring inside the 40. If you have a cover 2, look, like this looks like a cover 2. Putting the A route on a drag is going to help Ginn get open. Like, this is a typical cover 2 concept beater. If you eliminate Thomas, like typically if you streak an inside guy, I'm not saying to motion Thomas over, but I'm saying if you streak an inside guy and then you have that wheel route, just the way that the 3 routes on the left side work, that typically beats cover 2. And it's not a cover 2. It's actually I'm not sure what it is. But like I said, that, yeah, it looks like it was a cover 2. So like I said, that drops down the coverage a lot of times. So pretty much your best read for cover 3, if you're going to run this play, is going to be the seams. And then if it's man coverage or, you know, most zones really, Ted Ginn is going to get outside of that. So right here, just because of that slant holds that coverage linebacker or safety in, and that's why Ginn gets outside. So you can see, just because I'm slanting Thomas, they have to respect that, and I'll typically get Ginn outside of it. So like I said, right there, I don't know what that coverage was. The safety dropped down on it pretty quick, but you can see he's not fast enough to stop the play. So the next play I'm going to show is pretty coverage specific to cover 3. It's the verticals play. You just want to make sure you have your fastest receiver here in Ted Ginn. I'm not really sure. I think he's the fastest guy at 92 speed. I thought Latavius Murray was a 93 speed. I'll just double check that real quick. But I'm not 100% sure about that. But you want to make sure no matter what you have, you just want to have your fastest guy. And they don't really have the most burner receivers. I'd also say, too, while I'm here, I just want to show, before I show this play especially, that I am in all Madden, and I didn't mess with any of the settings. I try to do that from time to time, especially before I show this next play, because you're not going to believe how easily this destroys cover 3. So let's go ahead and show that. Other than that, like I said, we'll just go and we'll pick our verticals play. I do know that I have my fastest receiver there now. Where are we at here? So we're going verticals. So like I said, coverage specific, we're going to pick cover 3. Just go cover 3 sky. So this play right here, it almost looks augmented by design so that it doesn't do what I'm about to make it do, which is basically destroy cover 3. All I'm going to do is put Ginn on a streak. That's it. That's the only thing I really have to do. I find that putting Cook on a streak helps. And if I really want to take it further, I can even put Kamara on a streak and motion him out. And I find that all this is going to do is really space out the cover. This is really going to stress the cover 3 corners and safeties. So go ahead and doing that. And like I said, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to wait for the Y route. You know, throw him back shoulder, you know, lead him away from the safety, and you can see how we're just spreading him out and shredding him right now. So that's the easiest way to do it. You don't, obviously, like I said, when you make a motion, a lot of times your opponent will think that's where the play is going, but all I'm really doing here is spreading out the play. So that's going to be the easiest way to do it. You can see how the cover 3 safety a lot of times will shift over towards the center, making this even harder for them to get in position. And then obviously, like I said, I'm just pass leading and you know, flipping it out there. I'm not bullet passing. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just tossing it up, just floating the pass. You don't have to do that. I mean, you can just leave it as is. You don't have to motion out the running back, but you can see how that safety is in a much better position. I can still make the play, though. You know what I mean? I'm still getting the space. It's just a much tighter play. So for whatever reason, if you want them to respect the run or, you know, whatever, you can still do that. But obviously, you know, it obviously makes sense. It makes too much sense to do it the easy way. You know what I mean? Like, this is just, it just completely changes the coverage. And then, like I said, I mean, you can just see that outside cornerback, for whatever reason, you could bullet pass it from this scenario too. But you can see for whatever reason, that outside cornerback just has to respect that outside route. So like I said, I mean, you have your screen wheel, which I don't even have in the audibles. I forgot to put it there. But then obviously you can just switch right over to this verticals. You see a cover 3, you see somebody make that mistake. This is probably the most explosive cover 3 play in the game. All you're really doing is you're just attacking the seams. You're just streaking everybody. You're gonna, I mean, obviously, you know, like I said, this is all Madden. It's just so spread out. There's nothing the defense can do. So if anybody makes a mistake of coming out in a cover 3, this is the easiest cover 3 one-play touchdown in the game. Most cover 3s you have to like have a receiver crossing the field and find the gap between the cornerback and the safety, and a lot of times a user that runs cover 3 is smart enough to follow that. So if you have a play like this where it's just they're not going to cover the seams, they're going to cover the middle of the field. Typically your user's going to cover the you know, either the slot defender or the linebacker, and then you're just going to be torching them for this super easy cover 3 seam one-play touchdown. Like I said, if you have a speed receiver, a real speed receiver, it's going to be even easier. So that's it. That's the vid. I'm going to go ahead and end it there. I'll save the rest of the plays for part 2, and then who knows, maybe even a part 3, whether it's going to be pass plays, run plays, or a combination of both. So if you guys want to see that, like I said, hit the like button. Let me know in the comment section. I'll do part 2 tomorrow. Other than that, thanks for watching. Madden Money Shot out. Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.